Hello. Oh. Hello. Good morning.
I'll see if I can fix that.
Sees that I've done a little hiccup here behind us on this Monday morning. Good morning. Jimbo's gonna try and fix it for me. Coming to the rescue per usual. Hope you guys had a really good weekend. Good morning, Dustin. Glad to have you with us as always. This morning we're talking frost. There we go. Thank you, Jimbo. This morning we're talking frost, and then we've got some road closures kicking off the start of our week. It's some really exhilarating stuff to kick off the week. One of the last weeks in March, as we head into full-fledged spring mode. Yeah, it's cold out the door this morning.
Yeah, final week of March is here, and we were on the morning show this morning. For me, I'm going to say this is important for one big reason. You know what that is. You won't even say the word. Wow. Baseball season starts on Thursday. If anybody that's been watching the morning show for a long time knows I'm a big baseball fan, and I'm a Yankees fan. I know a lot of haters out there, Yankee fans. We're not scheduled to do that well, but all you Braves fans out there, Chris Sale coming in, Acuna, one of the best players in baseball. You guys are poised to have another great year. So looking forward to baseball season starting up. And it was a good weekend. I mean, we got the rain that we expected over the weekend. We had a good, solid 2-inch rainfall. But I don't think I hope nobody was surprised by that. It was well forecasted. The forecast did as expected on Saturday. We did salvage the latter half of the weekend. And now we're going to roll into the week with round number 2 coming in Wednesday night, Thursday. It looks very similar to what we saw the first half of the weekend. Similar rain totals, a lack of severe weather, more wind energy, and that means another flood risk out on the coast, which continues this morning.
Yeah, which does continue this morning. It's one of the things that we want to talk about. NC-12, Hyde County, Ocracoke Island, they had some just normal delays that they get when we do get strong batches of wind and rain in the area. Highway 12 had closed, and it's still closed again this morning. Officials are hoping to get it up and cleared by this afternoon, but that's not the only thing that was closed. The ferries are also closed. Let's see, Highway 12 on the north end of Ocracoke Island between the ferry terminal and the National Park Service Pony Pens is still closed. And then in addition, the ferry service between Hatteras and Ocracoke, Swan Quarter and Ocracoke and Cedar Island have also been suspended. Based on the notifications that we were getting from NCDOT, they're expecting stuff to be cleared around 1 p.m. this afternoon. But on the NCDOT Facebook page, they said they are just trying to get it cleared sometime today. So hopefully, I know they're still in a flood watch this morning, correct, too?
Flood advisory, flood warning for the Outer Banks, flood advisory for the Albemarle Sound and the lower Pamlico Sound. I will say this, this for any regular full-time residents on the Outer Banks, coastal portions of the Sounds, the Pamlico River Basin, the Neuse River Basins, this is standard operating procedure for you guys.
Yeah.
When we get a coastal storm, whether it be a nor'easter, a big coastal low, or a tropical system, and those winds for an extended period come in out of the northeast or east for more than 12 hours or so, just think about this. All of that wind, this is not rain-related flooding, this is wind-driven water level rises. We also call that a storm surge occasionally. The wind rolling over the water for a long period of time at high speeds pushes the water, and then the water runs into something eventually, and that would be, in this case, the Outer Banks. And once it runs into the Outer Banks, it's got nowhere to go. It's got to rise. You get overwash along the coast. I think you've got a nice looking shot there, Jason.
This is the picture of NC-12 on Ocracoke, the north end, yesterday around 10:44. So closing in on almost 24 hours ago, but this is the last picture that we have from them. This is up on their Facebook page, DOT, excuse me. But this is what it was looking like almost 24 hours ago. So that's the little graphic. That's what they'll be fighting as they get stuff going.
Yep, and I'll kind of wrap it up on this event. This is part of living on the Outer Banks. So you choose to live out there, you're going to have, I would say on average, maybe a half dozen times a year where Highway 12 is closed, either sections or all of it, for that overwash. Those road crews out there, they have a a very well-defined, well-rehearsed set of guidelines that they know exactly what to do, where those trucks are set up, and how to clear that sand out. And it's just, it gets washed back over quickly whenever you hit high tide. And high tide this morning around 8, 9 a.m., so the next 2 to 3 hours. The coastal flood, and I'm going to show you the graphics for it in a sec. The coastal flood warning is going to stay up through 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. The advisory over the sounds will be up through 10 a.m. this morning. And again, you're going to live on the coast. Any big coastal storm, this is standard operating procedure. It's something you either you live with out there, or you decide I don't want to do this, and you move off the coast. Those barrier islands, this is the way they're designed. They take a lot of water, and they protect the inland areas by definition with these big storms.
Yeah. Some other road closures going on, not weather related. This is construction related. One of them is closed today in Onslow County. It's going to close this morning at 8, so about 45 minutes. So if you are watching or listening to us on your phone as you start to head out the door, Onslow County Road, 8 a.m. in and around near Jacksonville, Hawes Run Road. That is a little bit of a tongue twister for me this morning. But it is closing this morning at 8 a.m. It's for crews, NCDOT crews, to replace a drainage pipe. It's going to be closed for 3 days. It's supposed to reopen March 27th, this coming Wednesday, by 5 p.m. Drivers can use NC 53, Holly Shelter Road, and Scott Jenkins Road as a detour. So I unfortunately I don't have a map of that to be able to share with you guys. That's like in the big graphic stuff. But that's another road closure that's happening for construction today. And then tomorrow, were you going to say something?
Nope,
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Oh, okay. I
Nope.
saw you like start to talk, and I was like, wait a minute.
Nope.
And then the other road closure is happening tomorrow. It's in Beaufort County. In the, did I get it up? Yeah. It's in Beaufort County. It's supposed to close tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. as well. It's going to be the NC 92, the bridge that goes over that, or goes through that over Bath Creek. Okay, let me rephrase that. The bridge in Bath that goes over Bath Creek, the NC 92 bridge, that's the one that'll be closing tomorrow morning at 8. That one is just being done because they are NCDOT crews are going to replace the center of the bridge span because they say it's been corroded. So this one's going to be a longer closure. They're hoping to have everything open again before Memorial Day weekend. They're saying that detours that people can take, US 246, Boyd Road, Post Road, and Jackson Swamp Road to avoid the construction.
Yeah. Have you been to Bath, Jason?
I haven't been to Bath yet. There's a few places still on my bucket list to make rounds. I was up in D.C. this weekend, so hopefully we'll just keep coming down.
Yeah, Bath is one of our beautiful waterfront communities, and we've got a bunch of them, but it's kind of one of those places. And I get to go out there. I've got a school that I visit out there every year, so I make that trip at least once a year. But along with a dozen other, and that's the beauty, I think, of living in eastern North Carolina. So much waterfront and so many towns and communities built along the waterfront, whether it be the sounds, the rivers, the ocean. I can say that. Just so many places to explore and check out. And by the way, you mentioned D.C. We had talked last week about the weather. You did make it up there. How did you fare on Saturday as you went up to look at the cherry trees? Did the rain hold off? Or?
It rained the first part of the morning, and then thankfully it kind of stopped around noon, 1 o'clock, and we were able to get out there and see some of the different monuments and stuff. It was beautiful. But unfortunately, it was so windy. The wind chill was unaccounted for. Like, knew it was going to be breezy, so packed a windbreaker, but the wind chill, it was 50. It felt like it was like 42.
Did you guys have your jackets? Did you?
I had my windbreaker, so unfortunately covered up my super cute outfit. But the boys I was with, unfortunately, did not fare as well. So we braved the cold. We got to see everything. Oh, if you do remember, on Friday, my happy story was Stumpy, the cherry blossom tree. I did get to go see the tree and snap a picture.
So they haven't ripped it out yet?
Haven't ripped it out yet. Yeah. And it was the only cherry blossom tree with a gate around it. Definitely have some pictures that I'll share with you guys if you would like to see them. But it was a fun weekend. It was a
outside of not getting to show off the cute outfit.
Yeah, outside of not getting to show off the cute outfit.
Take that out of the equation.
It was a good weekend. It was cold. it was windy and it was
Yeah.
rainy, but you make the best of it.
But DC is one of those
Yeah.
cities you can visit many weekends and see something different every time. Yeah, this coming Easter weekend, I think we'll be in better shape both in DC and here. But getting there is going to get a little interesting midweek again. Round 2, another good soaking rain coming our way in midweek. I'm going to dig into the weather a bit. Anything else you want to touch on before I go there?
No, that's it.
Okay,
I know you
let's-
talked about road work, or not road work.
Yeah, the Outer Banks, and I'll get more on that, the flood risk here in my graphics. I want to show you the temps first, though. Right now, as you head out the door, those temperatures down around freezing. All right, and those numbers do warrant grabbing a scraper, or if you're like me, you had to dig around under your seats to find the scraper. And I say that because I don't give myself extra time. I'm always on TV saying, give yourself extra time. I don't do it. I don't practice what I preach. So I'm out there, I'm like, I got to get to work. Where's my scraper? I'm just jamming my hands under the seats, and it was under there. Get ready to have to do the same if you're like me, crunched on time. Scraping ice inland areas. We've got a frost advisory and a freeze warning. Scrape time 1 to 2 minutes. Didn't think I'd have to use this graphic again this year, but here we are. And by the way, this is normal in late March. To get frosty conditions on March 25th, it is normal. Our typical average last frost inland comes around April 1 over the next week or so. So we're kind of in that ballpark inland areas for these freeze and frost advisories this morning. All right, and I know a lot of you have a lot of early shoots in your yard. They're going to have some damage from this. The further inland you are, maybe the greater some of that damage, but less growing further inland. All right, real quick, headlines for the day. Sunny, cool applies to the afternoon. Cold now, the frosty start. But this afternoon, we should be in pretty good shape. Less wind than we saw over the weekend. Maybe 20 in gusts, 10 to 15 sustained. Look at the wind chill values right now. 28, Kenansville, 29 in Rocky Mount. That wind chill value, mamma mia. The winds, I'll show you into the afternoon. 10, gusting 20. And then tomorrow we'll cut that in half. Single digits on the winds tomorrow, 5-ish or so. Maybe 10 will be a high-end wind tomorrow. All righty, the afternoon, the low 60s. Enjoy it out there later today. We'll be feeling good with the wind 10 to 15 this afternoon. Low 60s, by the way, are below normal. The air temps tomorrow morning, upper 30s. I think those numbers are a little low. I don't expect frost tomorrow morning.
Ooh.
You hear that in my voice, my hesitation there. We'll get up closer to 70 a few spots tomorrow, mid to upper 60s. Some clouds around, yeah, but rain, no. Bark without the bite. Wednesday morning's good. Wednesday midday, good. You're going to see some 70s popping on this graphic. Wednesday afternoon, I kind of looped right over that. Rain builds in tomorrow night. And then once it's here tomorrow night, it'll stay with us, folks. I think generally through the day on Thursday, let me show you the bigger perspective. The quiet weather today with that ridge of high pressure. The high scoots off, the big blue H, as it eases away. That front to the west heads to the east coast. Those thunderstorms I've got on that map, they'll weaken by the time they get here. In fact, it looks like maybe a rumble of thunder again without severe weather. Watch our Thursday night. Here's that front slowing down. Wave of low pressure easing along the front. That keeps that rain right over us through the bulk of the day Thursday. We'll kick it out on Friday and sets us up for a good Easter weekend. Look at the severe storm risk today. Lower Mississippi River Valley, generally almost all of Mississippi, southern Arkansas, the entire state of Louisiana, and a slight to enhanced risk for severe weather. They'll probably have a few tornadoes down there today, and then that threat nearly goes away tomorrow. And what you see tomorrow, that translates to the East Coast as well. Doing good. 8-day forecast, 40% Wednesday PM. Wednesday night, Thursday, another 1 to 2 inch rainfall. I'm not putting up projected rain yet because it's still kind of early, but my thinking right now is another 1 to 2 inches probably without thunderstorms. And then we look to Easter weekend. It looks good. The highs Saturday and Sunday will get well into the 70s, mid-70s give or take. And then Sunday morning, when the sun comes up, if you're headed out to early services, around 50 degrees early Sunday with another rain chance coming in. It looks like on Monday right now. But again, round 2, another soaker of a rain event coming in Wednesday night, Thursday. The timing could still shift a little bit. Right now, though, I think we'll probably stay dry through 3, 4 o'clock Wednesday before things start to move in as the sun sets.
All right. I want to say good morning to William out of Chalkawinity. Thanks for watching with us this morning. We are going to wrap up here. We will be actually back at 8 a.m. Charlie is out for the whole week this week. I know Pitt County has spring break this week, so hopefully him and his family get to spend a little time together, which means you get us twice this week in the mornings. So we, again, will be back at 8, but for now, toodaloo.
Well, find that scraper.
Yeah.
Frosty out there.
All right. You guys have a good weekend. See you guys again in just a few moments.
You good, Jay?
Good.